Subscribe my channel for physics, G and NEET.
Hello students, good morning all of you. Today in our video I want to explain laws of equation of motion. In our yesterday video we are discussing the average speed in various cases, and also we explain the last 3 years NEET examination questions from the one-dimensional motion, that is straight line motion. Okay, so today in our lecture I need to explain the laws of equation of motion, how we can derive the equation of motions and what are the use of these equations. Now let us learn it. Before going to that, I am requesting you to please subscribe our channel and share to your friends and suggest them to subscribe our channel. Thank you. Let us start our topic. Laws of equation of motion. So there are 3 laws of equation of motion is there. That is, first one where V is equal U plus AT. Second one, S is equal UT plus of AT square. Third one, V square minus U square is equal to AS. V square minus U square is equal to AS. So from these 3, the terms we have to learn, where V is equal final velocity of the final velocity or final speed, final velocity or final speed, and U is equal initial velocity or initial speed, and T is equal to time, A is equal to acceleration, and S is equal distance or displacement. So in our first video we are discussing distance and displacement, both are different, but in this case why you can write that distance and displacement are same as S? Because of the mathematically they are equal here, and we can physically explain the distance and displacement are different in these cases. Okay, right. How we can derive the V is equal U plus AT and S is equal UT plus of AT square, and also V square minus U square is equal to AS? Let us see. So now let us derive the first equation, that is V square minus V is equal U plus AT. So by the definition of the acceleration of your body, already you know that in our video we can explain the acceleration. I will be providing in our iCards above the video. Let us check once. Acceleration is equal change in velocity, rate of change in velocity, that is change in velocity by time. So change in velocity is meaning that final velocity minus initial velocity, V minus U by T, that is equal to A. V minus U is equal to AT and V is equal to U plus AT. So this is the derivation for the V is equal to U plus AT from the acceleration. And now let us check, let us write how we can derive the S is equal to UT plus of AT square. From this we can write the distance S it is equal velocity into time taken. Which type of velocity? That is average velocity. Average velocity is nothing but V plus U by 2. That is the mean value of the mean velocity into time t. That is the S here. But already we derived that V is equal to U plus AT. Let us substitute. But since V is equal to U plus AT, where we can replacing the V value here, S is equal U plus AT and plus U by 2 into t. It is u plus u, it is equal to u, 2u plus at by 2 into t here, right? And s is equal 2u by 2 into t plus at into t square by 2. 2 will be gets cancelled. It is equal ut plus 1 by 2 at square. This is s is equal ut plus of at square. Is it clear? And coming to the third equation, how we can derive the third equation, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay. Right here from v is equal to u plus at, you can write v minus u is equal to at and t is equal to v minus u by a. Let it be equation, this was number 1 and it is 2, 3. Equation 3 in equation 2. So this will be substituted in equation 2. The t value should be substituted in this equation. We can get v square minus u square. So whereas s it is equal, you can ut, u into t it is equal to v minus u by a plus 1 by 2 at square. A into t is equal to v minus u by a whole square. From this you can write u multiplied by the v minus u, uv minus u square by a plus 1 by 2 into here v minus u whole square by a square, and square will a will be cancelled out. There is remaining a only, that is 1 by 2a. V minus u whole square, it is equal to v square plus u square minus 2uv. There is a and 2a, the LCM it is 2a. Here 2 will be multiplied by 2uv, 2uv minus 2u square plus v square plus u square minus 2uv, where plus 2uv minus 2v gets cancelled, and minus 2u square plus u square, there is minus u square. You can write v square minus u square. There is remaining v square here minus u square by 2a into s. Then you can write v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So this is the third equation we can get. Right? So these are the derivations of the laws of equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at and s is equal to ut plus of at square and v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So where we should use these three equations, let us see. Okay. In case of vertically projected body, so here there is a ball which was thrown vertically with the initial velocity u, where it gets the final velocity and it can be equal to 0. And here the distance traveled by the ball, it is s, and time taken to the ball, it is t. And the acceleration due to gravity, a, it is equal to minus g, because of the velocity of the ball should be decreases by the moving in upwards, vertically in upwards, and finally it can reaches 0 velocity, and this 0 velocity should be used as initial velocity and it will be come back again and reach at the ground point. That is the main point you have to remember. At the maximum height point, how much velocity having the body, that velocity should be equal to the initial velocity of the body and it should come back and again it will be reaches the ground point. Okay, that's why the initial velocity of the body is always equal to 0. So now we have to write here the final velocity is equal to 0 and initial velocity is equal to u, and a it is equal to minus g, and time t is equal to t, and displacement is equal to s. For the first equation we can write that v is equal to u plus at, where v is equal to 0, u is equal to u, and plus a is equal to minus g into t. Whereas u minus gt is equal to 0, u is equal gt. So this is the first equation of motion in case of vertically projected body. The second equation, s is equal to ut plus of at square, where that s is equal to s, or it may be h, let it be h also, they should be right, and then initial velocity is equal to u and time is equal to t plus 1 by 2 g, it is a is nothing but minus g t square. It should write written as s is equal to ut minus 1 by 2 gt square. What is the change here? The negative sign. So here there is positive sign, here it is negative sign. Okay, and coming to the third one, where v square minus u square it is equal to 2as. Here v is equal to v square, and 0 square it is equal to 2 into minus g into s here, and v square it is equal to minus v square is equal to minus 2g s. V square is equal to minus 2g s here. Okay, so these are the three equations in case of vertical. Here v is equal to 0 square and it is equal to u square, where minus u square minus 2gs should be cancelled out. It can be written as u square it is equal to 2gs. If s is equal to h, and then u square it is equal to u square is equal to 2gh. If s is equal to h, then h is equal to ut minus 1 by 2 gt square. So these are the laws of equation of motion in case of vertically projected body. You should remember, in case of vertically projected body, the final velocity of the object should be equal to 0. The acceleration due to gravity, it is equal to negative sign. Why? Because of the velocity of the particle object should be decreases by the going upwards to the ground point. So these are the laws of equation of motion in case of vertically projected body. Now let us see where we have to use these three equations in different situations. Okay, so there may be some little bit of confusion. I can try to clarify your confusion where we have to use these three equations with some examples. Let us see. Three laws of equation of motion are there. V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus of at square, and v square minus u square it is equal to 2as. From these three equations we are using in case of only the uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration, it is nothing but uniform positive acceleration. So uniform positive acceleration, it means the acceleration of a body, it is increasing by the time. For example, if we have thrown a ball vertically, in this type, the ball will goes upwards with certain height, and the final velocity of the ball should be equal to 0, and it will be moves downwards. It will be using the initial velocity which the 0 velocity and reaches the same point, that is ground point. So in upward direction means the velocity of the ball should be decreases. The velocity of the ball decreases, and then it can be 0. In case of freely falling, if the ball should be freely falls, so this is the initial velocity of the ball equal to 0. Initial velocity of the ball is equal to 0, and the final velocity is not equal to 0 at the hitting the ground point. At the starting point, the initial velocity is equal to 0 in case of freely falling body, and the time will be by the moving down to the earth, the velocity increases. So this is 0, this is the not equal to 0. Here there is some velocity. This is 0 velocity at the top or the initial point. At the final point there is not equal to 0. This change in velocity gives the acceleration of the body by the ground point, that is due to the gravity. The acceleration may occur to the body by the gravity of an earth. It may be said to be acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so what I am saying it is, in case of freely falling body, the velocity should be increases and the acceleration may be increases. That is the positive acceleration. In case of uniform positive acceleration, we can use the laws of equation of motion. That is the point I have to say. Okay. So in case of freely falling, if a ball is freely falls to the ground point and reaches ground point, here the initial velocity is equal to 0, final velocity is not equal to 0, or here the final velocity is greater than initial velocity. It may be greater than to the 0 value. Okay, here the acceleration due to gravity, it is equal plus g. Already we wrote that. The time taken to the body, it is t. And the displacement traveled by the body, the distance traveled by the body, it is s. For example, we can, in case of vertically projected body, so here ball can be tossed in vertical direction. If we have to push some force to the ball, it may be said to be initial velocity of the ball. Here the initial velocity not equal to 0, because of we can gives the some velocity to the ball to move upwards. So this is the reaches maximum height point. At this point the velocity of the ball is equal to 0 and it will be comes down. Okay, so here in this case, if a ball will be thrown upwards, project upwards with some initial velocity, it will be goes upward direction and finally it will be velocity should be equal to 0. Here the acceleration v is greater than u is greater than v here, because of this is 0. The acceleration should be decreases here. Here the acceleration should be increases, because of the velocity should be increases in this freely falling body. In vertically projected body, the velocity should be what is that? Decreases. Hence the acceleration it is equal to negative sign of minus g. The time taken to the particle or the object it is t, and the distance traveled by the object it is s. Okay, so these are the two concepts. In these two cases, this is the negative acceleration or deceleration. It can be deceleration, we can write that deceleration or retardation. In our first video, I have to said that about the retardation. So these are the terms of negative acceleration or deceleration or retardation. In these two cases, uniform negative acceleration or uniform deceleration or uniform retardation or uniform acceleration, these two cases we have to use these three equations. One more case it is there, if the particle is uniform speed. If the particle is moving with the uniform speed or uniform velocity or constant speed or constant velocity. Okay. So here you have to see the velocity will be changes. The velocity should be changes here. There is no constant of velocity. But one more case it is uniform speed or uniform constant speed. In this case, we do not use the laws of equation of motion. Laws of equation of motion. Okay. In which case we do not use the laws of equation of motion? In the case of uniform speed or constant speed, we cannot use. At which cases we have to use the laws of equation of motion? For example, in case of freely falling body and in case of vertically projected body. In other words, we have to say that in case of uniform positive acceleration or uniform acceleration or constant acceleration, and also one more, uniform negative acceleration or uniform deceleration or uniform retardation, it may be said to be constant retardation. In these two cases, we have to use the laws of equation of motion. But in this case, how we can find the velocity or the distance or the time? So in this case, if the object is moving with uniform speed, then you can find that distance is equal to velocity into time. Velocity into time. Or velocity is equal to distance by time. So this is the pattern we have to find. But in these two cases, we have to use to find the distance or to find the velocity, we have to use these two cases only. But in this case, we have to use this equation. Do you understand clearly? Right. Let us see some examples. Ball is freely falling and if a ball is freely falling and hits the ground in 1 second, then find velocity, find speed of the ball. Let us think. If a ball is freely falling and it hits the ground in 1 second, then find the speed of the ball. So here there is a ball which is freely falling. The freely falling means its initial velocity is equal to 0 and it will be hits the ground point here. It's the ground point and find the speed of the ball. What is the speed of the ball here? The time it is equal here 1 second. Is there any acceleration? Is there any acceleration? Yes, there is an acceleration because of this is 0 velocity and it may be something velocity. The velocity should be changes. The acceleration it is there. What is the acceleration it is we have? positive acceleration, that is plus g. So it is equal nearly 9.8 meter per second square. It should be written as 10 meter per second square here. So what are the terms here? That is, the terms are u it is equal 0, time t is equal 1 second, velocity is equal how much, where a is equal 10 meter per second square. So which equation is used here to find the velocity? What is the equation here? Here there is velocity and here there is velocity. Okay, let us see. In this there is s value. S it is the displacement or the distance. Here there is no displacement or the distance. They don't give the distance or displacement. But in this equation there is u and there is acceleration and there is t. Okay, let us find easily. So let us choose the equation 2 here. This is the equation we have to use. This was not using here because of we don't know the distance traveled by the ball, right? Hence there is v is equal u plus a is equal 10 meter per second square into t is equal to 1 second. It is equal 10 meter per second. So this is the velocity of the speed of the ball here. Okay, and now find the distance. Find the distance here. Find the distance. Okay, in 1 second. In 1 second. In this case, if there is a distance and there is a distance, which equation is used to us? So here we don't know the velocity. If a ball is freely falling, and hits the ground in 1 second, then find distance, displacement of the ball. So whatever the velocity here, we don't know, we don't want to calculate, but we have to calculate the displacement of the ball here, only the displacement. So which equation is used to here? Here in this equation there is displacement, here in this equation there is displacement. So the terms here, u is there, that is 0, v is not there here, right? A is equal plus g and time it is equal to 1 second. So which are the terms or don't know, that equation should not be required. So here u is there, time is there, time is here, and acceleration due to gravity is here and time is here. So all the terms are in this equation is available in this question. So hence we take this equation and calculate. S is equal ut, 0 into t, and plus 1 by 2 gt square, and it is equal 0 plus 1 by 2 gt square. It is equal to 1 by 2 into g, nothing but 10 meter per second square into 1 square. It is equal to 1. It is 5 times. There S is equal 5 meter. S is equal 5 meter. Why don't we have to use this equation? Because of we don't know the velocity at hitting the point. Clear? So that's why we need to use this equation. So this is the concept you have to use, where you have to use these three equations. Okay, understand? Now let us see one problem. You have to solve it. See a question. A car starts from rest, has a uniform acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Find the speed of the car after 5 seconds. So here there is v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square, it is equal to 2as. What we need to find here? Speed. Okay, so here there is no term to find the speed here. This is removed, and from these two, which we have to select here? Let us see. What are the terms they given to us? It was started from the rest. It means initial velocity is equal to 0 and has a uniform acceleration of 2 meter per second square. It is equal to uniform acceleration, that is 2 meter per second square. 2 meter per second square. And find the speed of the car after 5 seconds. Time was given that it is 5 seconds. And find the speed v. That is the final velocity. Okay. So we have to check the values where the terms are having. Here we have to find the v value. There is initial velocity, there is acceleration, and there is time taken. Okay, so this is, you have to pick this equation. This was not usage because of there is a displacement term. We don't know about the displacement of the car. That's why we don't use this equation. We have to pick this equation. Right? Let us find v is equal to u plus at. U is equal to 0 and plus a is equal to 2 meter per second square, and it is t is equal to 5 seconds, and v it is equal to 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. Okay. So this is the method. You have to choose the equation from laws of equation of motion. Okay. So this is our video. If you like this, you have to hit like our video and share to your friend, and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.